All right, so you sent this over to me, this 14-day face glow-up challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And with the holidays coming up,
Yeah.
I'm always looking for ways to look my best.
Sure.
And this whole concept of face fitness is kind of new to me, so I'm
Yeah.
intrigued.
Yeah.
Let's dive into this, huh?
Okay.
This is created by a registered nurse, Valeriia Veksler, right?
Yes, Valeriia Veksler.
And she's a fitness expert.
Mm-hmm.
And she seems to have quite a following online.
She does, yeah. She's garnered a large following, and I think her approach is really interesting because she's combining face exercises with body practices and mindfulness.
So it's not just about putting cream on your face
It's
and
more holistic approach, yeah.
hoping for the best.
Yeah.
So in these 14 days,
Mm-hmm.
you're doing face exercises, but also working on your posture.
That's right. So she actually claims that improving your posture
Oh, interesting.
can actually have a positive impact on your facial structure.
I would never have thought of that.
Yeah. And then also the mindfulness aspect is designed to address stress,
Which we all have.
which we all have. And as we know, it can show up on our faces.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Stress makes me look tired, for sure. Now, you mentioned she's a registered nurse,
Mm-hmm.
which is a pretty solid,
That's a good foundation.
good foundation.
Yeah.
But she's also a myofascial release practitioner.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have to admit, I am not familiar with that term at all.
So myofascial release is a hands-on technique
Okay.
that involves applying gentle, sustained pressure to the fascia, which is the connective tissue that surrounds our muscles. And it's used to release tension and restrictions in the body. And she applies these principles to the facial muscles.
So it's not just about
Right.
working the muscles.
It's about addressing the deeper layers
Sensitivity.
of tissue that can impact
Okay.
how those muscles function and even how our faces look.
Got it.
Yeah.
So she claims that this program is for everyone,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of age, gender, or skin type.
But realistically, is there an ideal candidate?
I think while she markets it as being for everyone, I think it would probably appeal most to someone who is looking for a natural, non-invasive approach to anti-aging
Okay.
and facial rejuvenation.
Yeah.
Someone who's maybe not ready for Botox or fillers,
Right.
but is looking for ways to take
Or next.
proactive steps to maintain their appearance.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So it sounds like knowledge is a big part of this.
Yes.
So walk me through what a participant in this 14-day challenge
Okay.
can expect.
So each day you're doing guided routines that include the face exercises, body practices to improve posture, and even some mindfulness exercises.
So it's almost like a mini workout for your face.
Exactly.
And she claims it only takes 10 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Do you think that's realistic?
Well, the promotional materials make it sound
Sure.
very appealing and manageable.
Right.
It's definitely marketed toward busy individuals who may not have a lot of time.
The true test would be whether people can stick with it consistently
Right.
and see noticeable results.
Which is, that's a big question mark with any type of program, consistency. Now, we've been focusing on the 14-day challenge,
Mm-hmm.
but it's actually part of a bigger, the face fitness system.
The larger face fitness system, yeah.
What else is included in that?
So it includes additional challenges,
Okay.
a library of face exercises, and what she calls the body practice library.
Oh, interesting.
She also offers live Q&A sessions,
Okay.
an online community for support, and materials on facial anatomy and holistic tips.
So it's a whole ecosystem.
It's a whole ecosystem.
It's not just this one. It's not just this one-off challenge.
And not just this
Yeah.
one-off challenge.
Right. And it seems like the 14-day is kind of the entry point.
The entry point, exactly.
Yeah.
If you enjoy the challenge and you see results, then you might be more inclined to invest in the full system and continue on your face fitness journey.
Okay, that makes sense. But let's talk about the practical stuff here.
Okay.
We know there are different membership options. Can you give me a rundown of those?
So she offers both monthly and annual subscriptions.
Okay.
The main difference is that the annual plan includes a wider variety of challenges and bonus content,
Like what?
like the body practice library, meditations, and recordings of past live Q&A sessions.
So if somebody's really serious, it sounds like the annual is the way to go.
It seems that way.
Okay.
But if you're just wanting to dip your toes in,
Right.
the monthly option could be a good starting point.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm imagining some people might have some concerns.
Sure.
Do face exercises actually work?
Yeah, that's a good question. There's definitely a growing body of anecdotal evidence and testimonials from people who claim to have seen positive results.
Okay.
But the scientific research on face fitness is still
Anecdotal, but
somewhat limited.
not really backed up by science yet.
More research is needed.
Okay. So it's an evolving field.
An evolving field, yeah.
All right. So we know she claims that her techniques are safe for people who have had
Right.
cosmetic procedures.
Yes.
But she also recommends consulting your healthcare provider.
Yes.
Why is that? What are the considerations there?
Well, I think it's just responsible of her to encourage that because it really depends on the specific procedures
Sure.
that someone's had and how recently. Some face exercises may need to be modified
What?
or certain areas avoided to accommodate
Oh.
healing tissues or implants.
So it's not one size fits all.
It's not one size fits all.
Now, she also says no prior experience is needed.
Mm-hmm.
But this all sounds kind of technical.
Right.
Is there a risk that people might feel
Yeah.
overwhelmed or intimidated?
Yeah, I think that's definitely a possibility. And that's maybe where the online community and live Q&A sessions come in.
Okay.
Having access to that support
So it's like hand-holding.
and guidance could help mitigate those feelings of overwhelm.
All right, so before we move on, I'm just curious, do you have any initial impressions or thoughts that stand out to you?
I am really intrigued by her emphasis on the mind-body connection.
Okay.
She's really emphasizing how that relates to facial appearance, and it suggests that true beauty is not just about superficial changes, but about cultivating the sense of inner harmony.
I like that.
Yeah. And well-being that radiates outwards, so I'm interested to explore that concept a little further.
Me too. I'm also curious to see if there are any specific exercises or techniques
Yes.
that you find particularly effective or innovative.
Let's delve into those in the next part,
Okay.
our deep dive.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so before the break, we were discussing this idea that true beauty might go beyond just physical changes.
It really got me thinking, like, what if feeling good about ourselves actually shows up on our faces?
Yeah, there's definitely a growing body of research exploring that mind-body connection and how our thoughts and emotions and beliefs can actually influence our physical well-being.
Okay, so how do we tap into that?
Well, mindfulness practices like meditation or breath work can be a good starting point.
Okay.
They help us become more aware of our kind of negative self-talk.
Right. We're always so hard on ourselves.
Yeah, and cultivate a more accepting relationship with ourselves.
So instead of focusing on
Exactly.
all the things we perceive as flaws, we're shifting our focus to appreciating our unique features.
Exactly. And that shift in mindset can be so powerful.
Okay.
It's not about, denying the aging process,
Right.
but rather embracing it with a sense of self-compassion.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the actual face exercises in this program. Okay. Are there any specific techniques that you find interesting?
So one technique that caught my eye is what she calls the eye depuffing massage.
Okay.
She combines gentle tapping with lymphatic drainage movements.
Oh, that's something I struggle with, especially in the mornings. Puffiness.
Yeah, and it's designed to stimulate circulation and reduce fluid buildup.
So it's less invasive than like using an eye cream or...
Exactly. And you can incorporate it into your daily routine.
So she also mentions that her program can complement cosmetic procedures, but stresses the importance of talking to your doctor.
Yes, always, always.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's just responsible advice.
Okay.
Because face fitness is still relatively new.
Right.
And more research is needed to understand how it interacts with different procedures.
Okay. So are there any potential risks or drawbacks to this?
Well, just like with any form of exercise, it's important to use proper technique and avoid overexertion.
Don't overdo it.
Right. You could potentially strain a muscle or worsen certain skin conditions if you're doing it incorrectly or too intensely.
So she claims that participants can expect to see, more contoured jawline, reduced puffiness, a healthier glow within 14 days. Are those claims realistic?
Well, like anything, I think it depends on a number of factors.
Like what?
Individual genetics, skin type, and, of course, how consistently someone follows the program.
So manage your expectations.
Manage your expectations, exactly.
Yeah.
There's no
Which is not a quick fix.
magic bullet for instant transformation.
But even if the results aren't immediate,
Yeah.
there could still be benefits.
Right. Absolutely. I think just the act of taking time for yourself, engaging in mindful movement, and focusing on your well-being can have a positive impact.
So it's more holistic.
It's more holistic.
Yeah, okay. So before we move on, I'm curious.
Okay.
We've talked about all the benefits. But do you think there's a risk
Okay.
that this could become just another way
Yeah.
for people to obsess?
That's a great question.
Okay.
Their appearance. I think any wellness trend
Sure.
can be taken to extremes.
Yeah.
And I think it's just crucial to approach face fitness with a balanced perspective.
So it's not about chasing perfection.
It's not about chasing perfection,
Yes, Val.
but about feeling good.
Feeling good.
All right.
So I think that's a great transition into our discussion of facial massage.
Okay.
Because, a good massage could be so relaxing.
Yes.
And it's a great way to promote
Yeah,
well-being.
I agree. Let's dive into the world of facial massage.
Okay, let's take another deep dive.
Okay.
So facial massage
Yeah.
seems like that's a key component of
Yeah.
her system.
Yeah, it's been interesting to see this kind of resurgence of interest
Yeah.
in these ancient techniques. And facial massage is not just about pampering yourself. It can actually offer some real benefits for your skin and muscles.
Okay, so what are the key benefits?
So if you think about what a good massage does
Yeah.
for the rest of your body,
Mm-hmm.
it increases circulation,
Right.
releases tension,
Yeah.
helps to flush out toxins. The same principles apply to your face.
So it's really about
Right.
improving the health.
It can help to improve blood flow,
Okay.
which delivers oxygen and nutrients to the skin cells. It can also help reduce puffiness,
Especially around the eyes.
especially around the
I was
eyes,
going to say,
by stimulating lymphatic drainage.
I see how that ties into her whole
Right.
holistic approach.
It's about improving the overall health and vitality of your skin.
So I've heard of gua sha and lymphatic drainage. Can you explain what those are?
So gua sha involves using a smooth-edged tool,
Okay.
often made of jade or rose quartz, to gently scrape the skin.
Okay.
And this scraping action is believed to...
Sounds a little intense.
It can be, but it's
Yeah.
very safe when done correctly. It's believed to stimulate circulation,
Okay.
break up fascia adhesions, and promote lymphatic drainage.
Okay.
So it can be really effective for reducing puffiness,
Okay.
sculpting the jawline, and even minimizing those fine lines.
So if you're doing it at home,
Mhm.
you need to be careful.
The key is to use light pressure
Okay.
and to always move the tool in an upward and outward motion. There are lots of tutorials available online that can
Okay.
teach you proper technique.
Okay, so what about lymphatic drainage?
So lymphatic drainage is a much gentler technique
Okay.
that focuses on stimulating the lymphatic system, which is a network of vessels that helps to remove waste and toxins from the body.
Okay.
And the technique involves using very light rhythmic strokes
Okay.
to encourage the flow of lymph fluid.
So it's especially good for...
It's especially good for reducing puffiness,
Yeah.
especially around the eyes and jawline.
And if you're prone to, like,
Exactly.
sinus issues.
It can also be helpful for
Yeah.
sinus congestion and headaches because it can help to clear out those blocked pathways.
It's interesting, right? Because it's like something so small
Yeah.
can really affect
That's all good.
other parts of your body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she recommends using facial oils
Yes.
or serums when you're massaging.
Mm.
Do you think that's necessary?
I think it definitely can enhance the massage
Okay.
and provide additional benefits for your skin.
So what would you recommend? What should people look for?
Look for oils that are rich in antioxidants
Okay.
and essential fatty acids. Some good options would be like jojoba oil, rosehip oil, or argan oil.
Okay.
If you're using a serum, look for ingredients like hyaluronic acid for hydration
Right.
and plumping the skin, or vitamin C, which
Mhm.
brightens and protects against environmental damage.
So it's kind of like a,
It's 2 for 1.
2-for-1,
Yeah.
but can you overdo it with facial massage?
Yeah. I mean, as with anything,
Yeah.
moderation is key.
Okay.
Over-massaging or using too much pressure
Right.
can irritate the skin or even damage those delicate tissues.
So just be careful.
Listen to your body.
Yeah.
Stop if you feel any discomfort.
So we covered a lot of ground here
We
with
have.
face fitness.
It's been an interesting journey into the world of facial health and wellness.
I know I've learned a lot.
Good. Good.
I feel inspired.
I hope our listeners feel empowered to explore these practices and
Yeah.
see what works best for them.
It's a really refreshing approach to beauty.
It's about taking a proactive
Approach to aging gracefully.
Well, on that note,
Okay.
I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We encourage you to continue
Yes.
exploring the world of face fitness.
Until next time.